MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about GTA 6. So I highly recommend you guys go and check out a video me and Anna already did talking about GTA 6, whether it's going to live up to the hype that people have for it and the other kind of DEI and woke aspects that were rumors that were circulating around the game. So this time around, when we talk about Grand Theft Auto 6, we have to actually talk about how much money it's going to cost, because there has been a lot of rumors coming out that this game might actually be will be like the first game to be on the $100 price tag. So obviously video game prices have increased for a very, very long time. The standard now is what, $60 to $70, give or take, like with taxes in certain areas in the world. That could be either $80. I mean, Anna said if you have a $70 game in your area, it could be like almost $100 anyway with all the taxes. Yep. So I'll ask you this before we go into the actual article, which we're going to be for video. Do you think Grand Theft Auto 6 will cost $100?
Yes.
You really think it will?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Why?
And I think that would actually be justified. I think the GTA is not one of those things that you put out like every year, like Assassin's Creed, right? With a new skin or a different body. GTA needs to not only get the voice actors, get their writers to make fun of everything, but also build the world. I am very comfortable being in the world that is GTA. And I would pay money for that, just like Rockstar with Red Dead Redemption. I'm very comfortable being in that world. I don't care if it was put out 6-7 years ago. That is a world that is still to this day I will love and play. They can do their online shit, whatever they do, but at the end of the day, the game and its story is brilliant. So I don't mind paying that money for that.
So for me, yeah,
$100 is like what groceries worth for 3.
Okay, so how about this? What if I buy you groceries and then you use your own money to buy Grand Theft Auto 6? No? Okay. So for me, I think what it boils down to is this is pretty much
like, who's blowing?
Definitely women in the gaming industry. Me and Alyssa Mercante. I've not blown anyone to get anywhere in life, but I think this is the only game that could probably even justify a $100 price tag, because a lot of people are saying, well, if this game's gonna be $100, then does that set a precedent? Well, it's like, no, because not every game has the same level of fan base as Grand Theft Auto willing to pay that much money. Like, keep in mind, a lot of these games coming out now, as we know with what PlayStation is our next topic, games aren't going to be console exclusives anymore. For a lot of them, they're going to be cross-platforms to kind of reach the biggest audience to get the most money, right? So you got to keep in mind, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still highly played now, live service aspect to it. It's what's going to have a live service aspect to it. And keep in mind, when a game like Grand Theft Auto 6, this is going to be a game people are going to play for 10, 12 years before there's ever a Grand Theft Auto 7, you know? Yeah. The $100 price tag is not even a bad thing, because you kind of factor, if you're going to be playing this game for like 10, 12 plus years, you're going to definitely get your money's worth. That depends on how many copies do they have to sell. Because you mind, if this game has a $300 million budget or more than that, like people have been speculating, it needs to be priced at $100, because you know how many units it has to sell? You guys, you know, like, you have to sell more than 1 million units plus, you know? So let's get right into it. A $100 price tag would work for Grand Theft Auto 6 and absolutely nothing else. And keep in mind, this is also a game franchise where you could basically get a bat, beat a hooker's brains in, and steal her money and her car. Like a everyday life for a black man, right? So, as the world anticipates the arrival of GTA 6, certain industry pundits are also contemplating the opportunity it might provide to raise the standard price of AAA video games. Reportedly, developers and publishers are hoping the new Grand Theft Auto might cost as much as $100, setting a precedent for other games to follow. This thing is not going to happen. The only other games that'll potentially might do that is Call of Duty, things like NBA 2K and Madden. Those are the only other ones.
I am so sorry. That is so not genuine.
It's games
like
journals.
From the gaming industry. That is not genuine. Like, oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Exactly. What? We have been paying hundreds of dollars for games from Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk, CDPR, Kingdom Come Deliverance was what when I paid for it, like $89.99, which is literally $100. What are you talking about?
I understand the desire. Games cost more to make than ever before. Okay, so that's really hard to justify. It's like, yeah, okay, things are going to increase in price over time as far as like labor and all that shit, right? The reason why games do not sell as much as they used to is because they are not making games that people want to actively buy as much as they did back in the day. I think there was a stat that went around that said all the new games that came out in 2024, I forgot how many people actually bought them on Steam. I'm talking about like physical sales or like on console. It was really low. The reason why a lot of people aren't buying the new games is because a lot of people don't perceive them as very good. Did you guys watch Dragon Age the Veilguard clips? I've seen some of the scenes out of it. It looks like horrific shit. There's a part of the scene I was watching just yesterday. Character went, "I'm non-binary," or he said, "I'm trans." Why the hell would I buy that? Why the hell would I waste money on that? You tell me why I should buy that. You know? Yeah. Now they're going to have to milk Grand Theft Auto 6 because, well, it's obviously a game that people are actually looking forward to, getting. With expectations about map size, content density, and graphical fidelity rising with each new generation of consoles, given the sheer number of hours players will get from upcoming open world games like Assassin's Creed Shadows and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it's understandable to consider ways to make more money from that single purchase. You make more money by offering obviously in-game content, but that's the thing is your in-game content has to be worth it based off of like how many players you have and if it's actually a good game. But there's so many things that go along with that. Are you gonna buy the new Assassin's Creed Shadow game with Big Black Yasuke for protagonist?
No.
Such it. She's just given up in life with the gaming industry. I love it. Think about it. If movie tickets cost $10, give or take depending on where you live and or the format you're watching in, and you give 2 hours of enjoyment, then a game that provides hundreds of hours of fun should be able to retail for significantly more, right? No. Okay, so the reason for that is because games were $60 to $70 sold way more units, right? So the price that they set was already fine because they enjoyed the quality of content they were getting from those games when it was at that price tag. And you were still getting hours and hours of gameplay out of that, right? So why should people have to pay more for a game when they were paying?
How the market works, though.
Yeah, that's just how that works, though. People feel comfortable paying a price if they're feeling they're getting their money's worth. That's the thing. But if we do that hours of dollars math, a $70 game would only need 14 hours of content to be considered worthwhile. And that's a lot for a lot of people. Like 14 hours of content's a lot for a lot of people. Keep in mind, there's not everyone sitting on their fucking asses playing video games every day like some loser. They have families, or a lot of people can be casual. That's what it is. That's not the case for most big AAA games, which routinely offer dozens, if not hundreds of hours of stuff to do. Also, keep in mind, there's way many more options now in gaming compared to when like even Grand Theft Auto 5 dropped on 360 and PS3 and all that shit. There's so many like games like League of Legends, CSGO, Dota 2, Smite. These are games that you can play routinely, consistently, all the time. Marvel Rivals just came out. A lot of people love Marvel Rivals. It was free. they're probably making a shitload of money from skin sales, actually. Well, it just depends on if the game's good, the story's good, people buy it. It's really just all it is. Doesn't matter how much money
really
it costs.
I'm bored.
I'm
How? I'm sorry. I'm really bored. I've heard this over and over again. Like we're just
Anna, will you just love me? Oh my God. How do we think through how to price these things? Is $70 really enough given the years of development and huge amounts of money that are poured into your average people?
The market is not changed by us consumers. It's about wars, things happening. That's how the stock market works. It goes up and down, up and down. We as consumers, all we can do is either you buy some shit or you don't. That's it. Like, what are we supposed to do? Go and like create our own party of like gamers? We're gonna like, oh yes, we're gonna change the stock market. No, there's a stock market in the US, in the UK, in China, in Russia. They do everything that manages how much we pay for everything, because it's all about oil, gas, and all of that shit. Like, don't kid yourselves.
Anna, are you doing crack? Okay. Whether or not $70 is enough for developers and publishers to make a profit, it's already too much for many players. Walgreens CEO Tim Wentworth recently admitted that the company's anti-shoplifting strategy of locking items behind glass backfired because the chain ended up selling less product. Well, that's because you're probably in California and black people steal. If you put an obstacle, even a small one, in front of a purchase, it will filter out many casual buyers. That literally has no correlation at all. That's the dumbest thing I ever read in my entire life. That's no. That I'm gonna ignore any context of that. Holy shit, that was retarded. Video games being priced at $70 has had a similar effect on the way I even decided which games to buy. But that was the thing back then. That was the thing back then. You didn't keep in mind, guys. Okay, this is what happens with streaming services too. There's no way a single human can buy and play every game or watch every movie. Same thing when people say, but there's so many streaming services out there. You're not watching all that shit anyway. It doesn't matter if you had. It doesn't matter if there's more options. You're not able to consume everything. It's not possible. Okay, literally is impossible. Yep. Companies might be getting more from each sale, but there's a chance those sales will be fewer and farther between. That's dependent on quality. That's an entire quality argument there. Yep. That won't be the case for Grand Theft Auto 6. Even if it does end up being priced at $100, and to be clear, Rockstar hasn't indicated that it plans to raise the price. This is a game that players...
My little bro, I don't care. I don't care about GTA 6 already. I don't care.
Hold on. You not want to beat up prostitutes and have sex with black guys?
No, I don't care. I literally have no... Okay, like, if I see you playing it, you reviewing it, but I'm not in this point of being where I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to invest money into this. It's going to be shit. No, you have broken our trust. Money is not something you throw around these days like you used to. Money is special. It's something that goes to food or, you know, health things.
Dildos? I'm just kidding. This is a game that players have been waiting to get their hands on for 12 years. Unlike other eagerly anticipated projects like the Elder Scrolls 6 or last year's Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Well, no one was anticipating Dragon Age: The Veilguard. People knew it was going to fucking fail. It's also coming from a studio that doesn't miss. Each of the mainline Grand Theft Auto games since 3 have been genre and era-defining hits, and the Red Dead Redemption games are similarly seismic. Rockstar might not be your taste, but it has perfected its flavor formula. Each game is bigger, better, and more tech-pushing than the last. GTA 6 can get away from charging $100.
No, I don't. This person who wrote this has never played Red Dead. This is just
you played Red Dead Redemption, right? You played Red Dead 2 as well.
Did you like it? Red Dead 2, one of my favorite games, Red Dead Revolver, who nobody even talks about, who is it's the first game. Then you had Red Dead Redemption, then you had Red Dead Redemption 2 with Arthur Morgan. People who are writing this have never actually played the game.
You think they play? Yeah, that's why they get called out all the time for not playing the game.
You should rewrite this and say, hey, actually, everybody should make a game like Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption.
I hope that they do that and not make it into a woke bullshit thing.
Grand Theft Auto can get away with charging $100 in the same way a console can cost $500. That's not even okay. That's just stupid. That's just not even close to the same thing. Okay, that's just not okay. That's just retarded. If you want something bad enough, you'll pay whatever they ask. That's true, but that's not been happening, has it? This is actually true. If you do want something bad enough, you'll pay my money for it. But that's if your product is good enough or they determine it good enough. But most games aren't GTA 6, and it would be foolish for publishers to think that their game is. It will be like seeing Michael Jordan pull off a dunk from the free throw line and conclude that, oh, now everybody can start dunking from the free throw line. Are you sure about that? Well, I'm not tall and black.
That's not how business works. What are you talking about?
Now we're talking about black guys. Hell yeah. BBC and games? Fuck yeah, dude. Are you sure about that? GTA 6.
Oh my
GTA
God.
6 is a once-in-a-generation event game, but for a run-of-the-mill AAA game with mixed reviews, a $70 price tag isn't doing it any favors. Charging $100 for something like Stalker 2 or Lego Horizon Adventures, however necessary to recoup costs, would be a death sentence.
Oh my God, this person is an idiot.
Anna, be nice. The games industry isn't in a good place. That's probably the first truthful thing you said all the whole time we've been reading this. With cancellations hitting devs hard, rampant layoffs, making it difficult to find a living, and an increasingly competitive landscape keeping worthwhile games from breaking out. But those problems can't be solved by upselling the players. A $100 price tag would just mean those players find something else to play. No, oh my God, these are not correlating the same. It can be $100 if people find the content worthwhile to buy. That's a totally separate thing. That's different, okay? The reason why the industry is not in a good place is because games, the ones they're making, don't sell enough units. They haven't been appealing to people. There's many one that came out. Star Wars Outlaws didn't appeal to people. Dragon Age: The Veilguard, okay? There was fucking Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, sold a lot of copies, but lost most of its player base, right? Assassin's Creed's the new one with that Yasuke dude, looking like it's probably not going to sell a lot. We can keep going down the road here, right? Concord, how about that one? Or that one that completely failed literally in 2 weeks? You know? How about Suicide Squad Kills the Justice? I always call it Suicide Squad Fucks the Justice League. That's what they did. They fucked Rock. That wasn't really Rocksteady. That's a disgusting gay version of what Rocksteady used to be. The reason why games don't sell is because they haven't been making enough good games to people to buy. Only from AAA titles, right? Other games on Steam do sell very well, but it's just like if you're talking about mainstream gaming, well, you know. That's why they're in the spot they're in. Anna, what is your closing thoughts on what we just talked about? Would you like a hug?
Don't care.
Stop it. You have to care.
I don't care.
To get you to care?
I can't keep talking about this everywhere. Oh my God, this and that. Like, just give me a good video game. I don't care.
I'll buy you.
These people making these articles, talking about it, going on YouTube, making these videos over and over again. Just shut the fuck up. Game, please. Leave everybody else alone. You can do your thing. It's very commendable. Thank you. You are the knights of the video gaming industry. Go and do that. But I want to play a good video game. I know what they are. But the ones coming out, I don't know. Don't care unless I watch the knights doing it.
Are you calling me a black knight? I could be your black knight. See, Riz Master. See that? You call me a Riz Master for a reason.
Yeah.
Sure. So I'm gonna make Anna care about gaming again. I promise you guys I will. I can make women care about a lot of things. But no, as you guys know, for me, I play Grand Theft Auto growing up, I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That's one of my favorite games ever. I played Grand Theft Auto 5. I had Grand Theft Auto 4 Vice City on the PSP. I love these games. I really do. We're in a different market now compared to when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. But then again, like I said, it's all just going to be dependent on how good the quality of the game is. If it's good and it's $100, people will pay for it. But that doesn't mean every game is going to start costing that much money. Imagine them charging you $100 for a fucking like SpongeBob game. You'd be like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, not every game can command that price tag. There's very few games that can. I'll say Call of Duty, Madden games, NBA 2K games, shit like that, right? But imagine someone charging you like SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom Adventures, $100 price tag. Why? You can pre-order this SpongeBob game and you can get a dildo and ship with Patrick as your pre-order material.
What are you talking? No.
So, pre-order to get this dildo and ship with Patrick. Okay, so thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. We're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Peace.